Yo, what's good, people? We back. Had to come through, man. Because, with all the excitement that women's college basketball has riled up, over the sports media in the past 2 weeks or so, this is leading into the NBA playoffs at the same time. But with all this excitement that the women's college basketball has riled up, what can the WNBA do to compete? Because it's sad. It's sad that the women's college basketball can rile up so much excitement, and then the country. But then once they hit the WNBA, all that is dead. All that is like just scooped all the way up. What can y'all do to make the WNBA interesting? Because it's not women's college. It's not women's basketball that was the problem. It's you now. It's obvious. It's you. So, I want to suggest a couple of things to the WNBA by improving, their ratings in their game. Because the game, watching it is horrible to watch. It's a bad watch. It's slow and it's boring. So WNBA, what you should do, number one, cut the shot clock in half. You see how Caitlin Clark is advancing the game for women, right? So if you cut the clock in half, that increases that skill value. If you got 30 seconds on the clock, there's no reason to take a 40-foot three. You know what I'm saying? With 30 seconds on the clock. But with 15 seconds on the clock, so the ball's going to get caught out there. So cutting the shot clock in half would do a whole lot for the WNBA, man. These are things that they have to think about, because you see that it's clear now that you are the problem. It's not women's basketball. It's not polarity. Women's rights. It has nothing to do with none of that. It's you, WNBA. And don't leech off the men saying, "Oh, the men got to do this." No. They got their own problems. We're gonna get to that next. But cut the shot clock in half. Yeah, because it's boring as hell watching the WNBA game, So, cutting the shot clock in half is one thing, The next thing to do would be, because the game is physical and everything like that, but y'all need to adopt the NBA referee. The referee that the NBA, the rule that they go by, the WNBA should be going by them. It should be very sensitive, because the WNBA is very, very, old school. The WNBA is old school ball. It's like looking at the night. Every team is the Knicks in the 90s. So they need to loosen the game up some. Do something with the 3-point line. Maybe move the 3-point line out further or in more. Move it in more, I should say. Maybe cutting the shot clock in half. I mean in half, not just go from 30 to 26. No. Cut it in half. Speed the game up. You see what you're competing with. I'm trying to think of what else you can do in the women's game to incentivize them. That's one thing I don't like. I don't like when they take away and make rules and change rules, and then they don't incentivize anything else. When the WNBA took away when they brought back the offensive 3 seconds in the paint, that didn't incentivize 3-point shooting. 3-point shooting was almost at its lowest at that time. So these things have to work in conjunction with another rule. So they just have to find that. Medium. WNBA, that is your job. That is what you are up to. There's no reason that the women's game. It's not the women's game. It's clear WNBA. It is you. So y'all gotta fix that. And because y'all would have a bright future, but y'all standing in your own way. I'm gonna go and get out of here, man. I'm out.